Hello, today we're going to continue with chapter 4 on air. Our first topic is temperature. Now the degree of hotness and coldness of the air is known as temperature. The temperature of the atmosphere changes not only between day and night but also hour to hour, season to season. So summers are obviously hotter than winters. Now insolation. This is an important factor that influences the distribution of temperature. Now insolation is the incoming solar energy intercepted by the earth. Now remember, the amount of insolation decreases from the equator towards the poles. Okay, so poles are covered with snow. Now can you tell me the instrument used for measuring temperature? Now we use thermometer. It may be in Celsius, Fahrenheit, Kelvin. Okay, then we have barometer for measuring pressure and atmospheric pressure. We then have rain gauge for measuring the amount of rainfall, and a wind vane that shows the direction of the wind. Okay, so those are the instruments. Now our next topic is air pressure. Now when I'm standing, there's pressure exerted from all sides by air. This is not visible. Now for example, on the moon, we know that there is no air and hence there is no air pressure. Now inside our body there is blood pressure, okay? And so our arteries will eventually burst because there is pressure inside our arteries, but there is no pressure to equalize the internal pressure that is in the moon, okay? So our arteries will burst, it can burst. So we need to wear a special suits. These suits are usually filled with air. So air pressure is the pressure exerted by the weight of air on the Earth's surface. The pressure is highest at the sea level and decreases with height. This is the vertical distribution of air. Also, there is horizontal distribution of air, like in areas where temperature is high, the air gets heated and it rises. And this creates a low pressure area. Now low pressure area is associated with cloudy skies and wetter weather. On the other hand, areas having low temperature, the air is cold and therefore it becomes heavy. So heavy air sinks and creates a high pressure area. High pressure is associated with clear and sunny skies. Okay, and remember, air movement occurs from a region of high pressure to a region of low pressure. Now our next topic is wind. Now the movement of air from high pressure area to low pressure areas is called wind. Winds can either be gentle or it can be very, very strong. Wind can be divided into three types: local winds, permanent wind, and seasonal winds. Now these local winds, it blows only during a particular period of the day or year in a small area. Okay, example, land breeze and sea breeze. Now during the night, land cools faster as compared to water, and so water warms up and moves up. There is circulation of breeze from land to sea and back to land. This is known as land breeze that occurs during the night time. Now during the daytime, the land warms up much faster, so warm air moves up. So as hot air moves up, there is a circulation that occurs here, and this circulation is coming from the ocean. It is known as sea breeze. Now that occurs usually during the day. Now in the northern plain of India, we have hot and cold local wind that is known as Lu. Okay, that is called Lu. Now seasonal winds. These winds, they change their direction in different seasons. So India is a good example of monsoons. Okay, and then permanent wind. These blows constantly throughout the year in a particular direction. Remember, the movement of wind is from high pressures to low pressure, isn't it? So the region that blows from the poles are easterlies, and the wind that blows into the tropical region are trade winds, and next to these are the westerlies. They move in a particular direction throughout the year. And the next is moisture. Now when water evaporates from land and different water bodies, it becomes water vapor. Now moisture at any time is known as humidity. Now when the air is full of water vapor, we call it a humid day, isn't it? So during a humid day, we feel very uncomfortable, isn't it? Our sweat takes longer time to dry and it does not evaporate easily, isn't it? So it's very uncomfortable. Now next is precipitation. Now as air mass is heated up, it becomes hot and it rises. and it leads to a saturation point, and there is condensation, and this leads to formation of clouds. Now these clouds, they cool down and then they fall down as rainfall. And remember, there are three types of rainfall. They are cyclonic rainfall, relief rainfall, and conventional rainfall.